Well, fly, Eagles, fly. Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion. There is no three-peat. What a moment for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's talk about it all. Well, we're going to talk about the offense here. Jalen Hurts in particular, who I thought, despite maybe a bit of a slow second quarter, was really good in this game. It made a lot of really nice plays for the Eagles. Let's talk about it all. My few nitpicks and then the mostly great stuff, not just by Hurts, but this entire Eagles passing attack. It was really good. Let's start off with this play. So what's going to happen here is, this is something we talked about heading into this game, is Dallas Goedert is a really good receiving tight end, and the Chiefs, I think their depth in general, secondary-wise, is worse than it has been in previous years. Now, they haven't had to play a ton of really deep wide receiver teams. I know Goddard's a tight end, but, deep receiving option teams. They've handled it well this season, but this is just a different set of guys they're going up against. You see Goddard on this play running a route over the middle, and when this play begins, so the safety calls for a switch on this play that doesn't come. So he's trying to get the other safety to pick up Goddard. It doesn't happen, and that's just a mistake that can't be made. And to be honest, this is something the Chiefs have struggled with this season. It's covering tight ends, and they've struggled with it right here. You can't just give the opposing team free explosive passing plays, and that's what they have. Also, this one is one we definitely have to talk about. So this is going to be Jahan Dotson with a one-on-one matchup on the outside. So when I watched this live, I wasn't watching him, so I assumed there was some pick play or something that got him schemed open. No, this is just Jahan Dotson. You got to give him some love here. Watch this route. Watch as he kind of, there's contact made. He kind of just stops and then starts again. And because of that, he blows by the Chiefs corner who was covering him on that play. That was Jalen Watson, who's been a very good number 2 corner this year. And this is a depth player for the Eagles. So again, that's why Super Bowls are so fun, right? That's why sports are so fun. Who's going to step up in a big spot? This is Jahan Dotson, who, again, with all due respect, is not known for being one of the Eagles' key players, but making a key play here. He was down at the 1, but of course they're going to push that in, so he essentially set them up for a touchdown. Even plays like this were just kind of shocking, where it's a 3rd down and 8. I mean, to be honest, the Chiefs were doing a great job at limiting Saquon Barkley, forcing the Eagles into these 3rd down and longs, and the Eagles just kept converting to 3rd down and longs. Here, it's a 3rd and 8. You see the route on the screen. Hurts is going to take the snap. He looks in this direction, and Smith is open. I mean, it's the zone coverage play. Nick Bolton's in the area, kind of just a touch slow on picking this up, and also, again, Nick Bolton, good coverage linebacker, going up against Devonta Smith. That's not a great matchup, and that's kind of, why the Chiefs don't play a lot of zone coverage. They usually like to play man coverage, but they were getting killed on man coverage, so they switched to zone, and this wasn't working. Hurts, again, you got to give him credit. He makes that throw. They're able to pick up a first down. So, again, good stuff by Hurts. Good stuff by the Eagles offense, too. I mean, it's both. It's the defense not really making the plays, and the offense really making the plays. Of course, this was not the cleanest day for Hurts. There were mistakes made. Obviously, the big one early on was the interception, which at the time you're thinking, okay, is this going to be one they really look back at and say, what a blunder? Then the Eagles got up 24-0 at the half. But in this moment, it's 3rd down and 10. You want to at least come away with making it a 10-point game. At the same time, though, Mahomes has come back from 10 points in the Super Bowl on 3 different occasions. So the last thing you want to do is say, well, let's just play it safe right here. You have A.J. Brown with a one-on-one matchup. And actually, the way the Chiefs are playing this is the corner covering Brown is going to blitz. A.J. Brown is going to have a one-on-one matchup with a safety. If you see that and you're Jalen Hurts, you got to make this throw down the field. You just have to. Hurts is going to take the snap, but the Chiefs' offensive line, the Eagles' offensive line just screws this up. The center should have blocked a linebacker. He does not, and because of that, there's a free rusher. You see down the field, if Hurts makes a great throw, this is a touchdown, and they're up 14-0. Instead, the contact disrupts the throw. This results in an interception instead. A heck of a play, too, by Cook there. You got to give him credit for capitalizing, but still, not an ideal play there. Definitely the pressure was a factor. In fact, you saw Spagnuolo kind of lean into that a little bit. This one's another one where you have A.J. Brown one-on-one matchup on the outside again on a 3rd down and 3. Watch, this is going to be an all-out pressure. And again, A.J. Brown's open. If Hurts makes a great throw on that one, that's probably a 50-yard touchdown. I really think it is. At the very least, it could have gotten a big gain. But Hurts had to hurry to throw due to the pressure, underthrows it. I think he might have even been going back shoulder. Maybe that's what he was doing. But either way, not able to quite make that play work. Although, of course, I mean, A.J. Brown was still a massive factor. I mean, he is just so unstoppable in these one-on-one matchups, and Hurts is so good at hitting him. You really do need to get Hurts disrupted if you're going to stop it. Here, you see, it's a one-on-one matchup. Hurts is going to take the snap, and here he does go back shoulder to Brown. Brown adjusts so nicely, makes that big gain on a 3rd down and 7, too. Again, so many of these 3rd down and obvious passing situations, and he's going up against an all-pro corner. I mean, that's what he can do. That's A.J. Brown. I don't care who's on him. Like, he can win these situations. So then you saw something like this, where, the Eagles, okay, listen, you're up 24-0. You don't need a lot. I felt like the one thing they kind of needed was an answer to the blitz, and the way they got that was with Jalen Hurts. So you see, it's a 5-man rush right here. Hurts is going to take the snap, and you're wondering, okay, is this going to be a strip sack potentially? There's a player getting through. I think about the 28-3 game. There was a strip sack in that one that really helped the Patriots get back in it. You might need a key play defensively, but Hurts looks down the field and realizes he has a path to run and sends his man coverage because of the blitz. You have 5 players in coverage who aren't watching Jalen Hurts. So when Hurts steps up, there's really nobody else there. The Chiefs do what they can to get to him, but not before he picks up a big gain on a 3rd down and 5. Again, these 3rd down conversions were really the story of this Eagles offense and how they just kept making things work. Here's another one, and I got to put some criticism on the Chiefs' defense, I think, here a little bit as well. So again, it's a blitz. You just saw what Jalen Hurts did. You know he's a good rusher of the football. Hurts is going to take the snap. He looks up, and as of right here, there's a running lane once again, and that's just way too big of a running lane. You got to understand who you're going up against if you're a defense, and you compare this to the great work that the Chiefs' defensive line did, not letting Mahomes outside the pocket, keeping him contained. Here for the Chiefs, they even have an extra guy. You got 5 guys here. You can't be letting this happen. Because of that, again, Hurts, what do good quarterbacks do? Take advantage of their opponent's mistakes. Watch him pick up, again, another key play. That was on 2nd and 7, but still, not only did this allow him to get a field goal, but it was a long drive. You start the drive with 12 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You have a 7-minute drive. Even if you only get 3 points, it just kills so much clock. Like, that's almost the more important thing there. And then this play, too, which I thought was so fun. So they just get this 4th down stop. It's, again, going to be a Jalen Watson play, who he had a rough game, no getting around it. He's going up one-on-one against Devonta Smith. But again, the Chiefs are saying, okay, let's stop the run. We've done a good job at doing that. It's 27-0. Obviously, the Eagles are going to just try and run out the clock. But hey, I mean, you can't just say, well, game is over. I mean, this is right around 28-3 situation happened, right? So you got to still put your foot on the gas. That's what they're going to do. As you see, Hurts runs a play action. He has a one-on-one matchup with Smith, and look at how open Devonta Smith is here. Again, this was the issue with the Chiefs, and the thing that the Eagles were doing well is just winning on the outside. I mean, there's nobody to help. They needed Watson to win this rep, and he's getting killed massively. And also, credit to Hurts. This is a beautiful throw, because Watson did, to his credit, close on that ball really nicely. But, I mean, it doesn't matter when you're that far behind. Great stuff there from Smith. Great stuff there from Hurts. And, again, that puts them up 34-0. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Hey, I mean, Super Bowl champions. And, again, it just kind of came down to an expression I came up with a couple years ago. Games are won on the outside in today's day and age. And that's what happened. They were able to just consistently win on the outside. And there's only so much you can do defensively if you can't make that happen. I think for years, the Chiefs have consistently won on the outside. This game, they weren't able to, and it's why they lost. So, yeah, that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from ya. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.